So my name is Dr. Steven Foldi. I'm a biology professor in Oregon, and it has been a dream of mine to see chimpanzees in the wild. So I was first attracted to this particular safari with Tanzania's Safarist Happy because it fit into my schedule, and I really wanted to go to Gombe because that national park is really famous because of Jane Goodall, and Jane Goodall has been a hero of mine since I was a little boy, and so I was very excited to go to that park. But then the addition of Mahale meant that I had the chance of possibly seeing large groups of chimpanzees. This was also one of the more affordable tours that included going to Gombe and Mahale. In addition to that, of all the tours that were available, I was really excited to see that this tour in particular included things like visiting a palm oil factory and going to a school and getting to really be a part of the rural communities that are in Africa, because I feel like a lot of tours are really meant for tourists. And so you see a very different side of Africa. But on this tour, we drove through the countryside and really got to see the way that people live in this country. So there were a couple of really unforgettable moments on this tour, one of which was being able to see the chimpanzees up close, seeing what truly peaceful creatures they are, and getting to see a lot of behaviors up close. Got to see them eating, mating, using tools, fighting with one another, everything. When I came on this tour, I wasn't sure whether we were even going to see chimpanzees, and every single time we went out trekking, we saw chimpanzees, and they were doing something different every time. So it was really exciting to see. I even got charged by one chimpanzee, which was really awesome. It was fine. You just have to stay calm, and the chimpanzee went and did its own thing. But you don't get to have those experiences every day. That's something that's going to be really memorable. And then the other side of things is being able to visit these local villages. I got to go to Agostino's house and see his school, and that was something that was really special and gives you a whole different perspective on what it's like in rural Africa. I was kind of blown away by how we ended up going to the village and giving away detergent, and something that simple was something that was really meaningful to people, or going into the school and giving students pencils and paper and seeing how crowded the schools are. And that's something that is really important when you travel, not just to go to a place and be a tourist that gets to observe animals and people, but instead really be a part of the community and give back to the community, so that you're really leaving it in a better place because you've spent money on this tour. And so I really think one of the great things about this tour is that by taking it, you are investing in local communities and helping out in places where it is desperately needed. And so it's not just about your experience, but the experience that you're giving to other people. The soccer match was also really incredible. I'm not even gonna give away what that experience was like, because I think it's one of those things that you just have to experience, and it was really incredible. I felt like the entire team that Agostino put together was really amazing. One of the things I always think is important when you go on a tour is the food, and the chef that was with us was fantastic. It was all local dishes. We got to try a lot of the different types of fish that live in Lake Tanganyika. and had ugali and all of these different sort of local dishes that were really delicious. And of course, after a long day's hike, the best thing is having a really nice meal with fresh fruit and local cuisine. When you're going on a tour with a group of local people, that is your way to really learn about that community, because you don't want somebody from the outside telling you the history, the culture of the place. You want to learn from the people who actually live there. And Agostino grew up outside of Mahale Mountain National Park. So it's really incredible to be able to hear and see these things from somebody who has lived it. And so it was great to have that entire team, and I always felt really well supported by everyone that came along. The tour was really beyond my expectations. I really wanted, to have a chance to see some chimpanzees, to get a bit of local food, visit some rural villages, and to see some other wildlife. And on all accounts, I was able to do all of those things and take away memories and stories of this really grand adventure that we were all together on. And I really think of the group, the team that I went with now as friends. We really got to know one another, and I hope one day that we'll be able to see each other again and perhaps do another tour, because instead of feeling like you're the tourist going along, it really you start to bond with people, and you really feel like you are a group that is on an adventure together. And that's when a tour really becomes fun. One thing that I had not expected was just how beautiful the landscapes are in this country. Being able to go on boat rides through Lake Tanganyika and see the local fishermen, being able to see incredible sunsets every single night was just something that blew me away. I think the problem with a lot of tour companies is they really just want to take you to the place so that you see the few things that most tourists want to see, like the Big Five in Africa, and then they send you on your way. But this was a tour where you really got to learn what it is like to live in these rural parts of Tanzania that honestly few tourists go to see. Being able to see everyone's daily life was something that I'm gonna take away from this. And as a biology professor, I really want to use these experiences to talk to my students about what they can do when they get older, so that they can use the privilege that they have as Americans to do really good work in other places where their help is desperately needed. And even by taking a tour like this, it does help the local community, and you are buying into not only just gifts for the people, but things that really matter, school supplies for kids, just to be able to see all of these children so happy to see you and so curious. It's a truly wonderful experience that I don't think many tourists get to have, because they don't go to the sorts of places that we went on this tour. So overall, I just highly recommend, if you are unsure about what tour to take, particularly if you have concerns about trust. Agostino's really a caring person. He wants the best experience for the customer, and you could be that customer who has this incredible experience with him and his team.